Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. We recently got a new Forestry update, Forestry Part 2 axe overview. It's going to be covering everything about 200 axes. So today's video is going to be all about that. And they also dropped a Q&A video explaining some of that stuff and explaining some of the concerns, and I'm basically going to be going over that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing, got some information on 200 axes finally. So creation of it, it's actually going to involve anima infused bark, which comes from forestry events, and you'll use about 6,000 of them in order to make a felling axe handle. These are the following axes that it can be used on, so third age and crystal as well. And don't worry, this will not specifically be locked behind the forestry events. It is also going to be tradable, so you can just straight up buy it, let the skillers do their thing, do the forestry event for you, go ahead and buy it. In terms of Ironman, I'm sorry, but these will be locked behind the forestry events, so you will have to craft that. So, getting to how exactly the two-handed axe works. So the end goal of this, from the old school RuneScape team, the end goal of this is a net positive of 10% more XP per hour overall. This is what they're shooting for. It might not come out like that at first, but it's also seeming to be more of an AFK method for woodcutting, which is also their goal. So how it exactly works is 200 axe gives you 20% more XP gathering a log. However, it also consumes, it has a 20% chance to consume a log whenever it actually successfully gathers that log. So every time you actually get a log from a tree, you get the XP drop, there is a 1 in 5 chance that the log is actually not gathered. Which means that you get the XP but no log, so you are then capable of chopping longer. This all comes at a cost of 40 points of run energy per successful gather. So every time you actually would give it a log, whether or not you actually get the log in your inventory or not, every time that you would, consumes 40 points of run energy. If you don't have the energy for the 40 points, it actually will not give you the two-handed axe benefits. So if you only have 20 run energy, you are to successfully gather a log, it would not give you the 1 in 5 chance of that log disappearing, and it would not give you the bonus XP. That ties in amazingly with rations, which upon a successful chop will give you 20 points of run energy. It's going to be a vital point of 200 axes and actually making them AFK. It's also been discussed. This was actually one of the common questions for the Q&A team. The graceful run energy restoration is pretty much going to be meaningless when doing this, because you're chunking away 40 points of run energy per successful gather. The 30% run energy restoration of a full graceful outfit is not going to mean anything. Now, in my eyes, it's still going to be better than not wearing anything. However, a graceful outfit is not going to outperform a skilling outfit in terms of usefulness for woodcutting. However, if maybe what you're shooting for is the max AFK, maybe it will do something maybe you'll get like 1 extra successful gather per woodcutting inventory or something. But it's going to be very negligible, and in a lot of cases you might not even get a successful 40 point of stamina per inventory of woodcutting. It's not going to be the best. So with rations offering so much use, they've actually updated rations and how they're made. So going into that, it's no longer a proc of 30% chance per successful or per chop. It is now a 100% chance to restore 20 energy per successful gather. And the way that it is made has been changed. It used to be 35 wood cutting and 35 cooking, and you would use a leaf from any tree and a piece of cooked meat, and it would just give you a ration. It would actually give you 3 rations. Now things are a little bit different. You can use leaves from any tree, which was the case before. However, now the type of leaf gives you extra rations. So the type of leaf gives you a base number of rations, which normal leaves give you 2, oak leaves give you 4, magic leaves give you 12, and there's some numbers in between. They're all listed right here. That's the base number of rations. And then you can also use fish now. Fish or cooked meat. Cooked meat actually is a 2 times multiplier, but you can also use fish from 1 through 33 fishing. These are a 1 times multiplier, so it would just be these numbers up here. That's how many rations you would get. However, if you were to use 34 or somewhere in the 99 range, you could get 2 times rations or 3 times rations. So this actually opens up a lot of ration gathering very fast. If you were to use the highest tier possible, per inventory of making rations, you would actually be able to make 972 rations, which 1 should not take long to do at all, and 2 would thusly give you several hours of 200 axe chopping covered by rations. Obviously, you can still use it without rations. It's just not worth it at all. And that pretty much wraps up everything. This is a pretty good update. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's going to be a lot more AFK than regular woodcutting. The extra XP will be pretty beneficial. Rations will be a thing, which rations are purchasable on the Grand Exchange. I wonder if there will be any money-making methods with this. I don't believe so, but maybe. However, the buy limit is only 6,000, so even if you were planning on buying them in bulk, you're gonna have to wait a bit. But if 1,000 rations last several hours, you should be able to buy them non-stop, and you would just have rations. But with that being said, that's pretty much it. That wraps up the 200 axe overview, all the new stuff that we have. If we get any more news, I'll be sure to update this or make a new video covering the changes. If you guys want me to continue doing these news updates, just drop a like or comment the video down below. Let me know, and I will see you guys next time.